Hello, I am Sym-Bionic Waffle, and I really like music, so I'm going to talk about it a little bit. I'm going to give explanations regarding the story of nothing via the alto saxophone and the guitar a little bit at first. I'm going to get way more in depth with the saxophone part later, but first I want to give a general musical overview of the story of nothing, meaning I'll talk about all the chords that are in it if you want to play it on guitar or piano or any other kind of instrument that you can play chords on. So the story of nothing is in the key of C major, meaning C, Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Ti, Do, Ti, La, Sol, Fa, Mi, Re, Do. And so we're going to be using chords that are mainly in the key of C major. And before I continue, I must warn you, this was going to be very rambly because I've never really made a YouTube video before. First one. Actually, no, it's not my first one, but first one in probably 5 years. Alright then, story of nothing. So the chords that you're going to need, I'm going to give an outline of the chords you need to use in this song, not how to play them, because this isn't about playing the guitar or playing anything. It's going to be me demonstrating and explaining things. Alright, let's go. Story of nothing. You're going to need a C chord, A minor chord, D minor chord, and G major, and that's for the intro and the chorus. And so in context, that sounds like this. She can't see me, but I can. I guess I am the invisible man. She can't see what could be. Nothing hurts worse than being nothing. Alright. Alright. And so that's for the intro and chorus. Now I'll talk about the verse. So there aren't any horns in the verse, but there is guitar. It's going to go, you need C major, D minor again, and then it gets funky. You're going to need F minor. F minor is not inherently in the key of C major, so that can be considered an accidental. And in context, that sounds like this. Once upon a time, she was fine, and good people knew her name. I was from the ocean floor, but I remember the look in her eye. Alright, and of course for all these chords there are different fingerings and things that you can do. You can start with your C up here and go, once upon a time, she was fine, and good people knew her name. That sort of thing. Might be getting the words wrong a little bit, but whatever. Okay, so, and then in the pre-chorus, if you want to call it that, it's going to be C major, and then D major. That F sharp up there is what's making it major, because D minor is inherently in the key of C major, but D major is not. That's another accidental. Okay, and so in context, that sounds like nothing. Let's talk about something else. I'm starting not to see myself. She went so far away, but I still see her every day. Okay. And then at the very end of the song, it modulates into the key of, well, modulates into or to the key of D major, which was previously Do, Re, which used to be Re of our original key, which is C major. And so Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Ti, Do, Ti, La, Sol, Fa, Mi, Re, Do. And so, and as soon as it doesn't, it's not in D major for very long because the song ends shortly afterwards, but it follows the same chord progression as the original intro and chorus, and so it's going to be D major, B minor, E minor, A major, then to D. And in context that kind of sounds like this, although I might mess up this. She can't see me, but I can. I guess I am the invisible man. She can't see what could be. Changed her mind and turned me into nothing. Alright, so that's what that sounds like. That concludes the general musical overview. There's nothing else I need to mention. It's in common time, 4/4, A major, then well, this for the sax it's in A major. Speaking of funny transposing laws and rules, let's go talk about that. Okay, now I'm going to discuss the saxophone aspect of the story of nothing. So forget everything I said earlier about being in the key of C major because, well, you're going to sound in the key of C major, but you, yourself, the saxophone, will be playing in the key of A if you're thinking in terms of the alto saxophone. If you're thinking in terms of the tenor saxophone, you'll be playing in the key of D. And here's why. The saxophone family, they are transposing instruments, meaning you're reading and playing music that is in a certain key but sounds in a key that is different from that. So for the alto saxophone, it transposes whatever you're playing a major sixth down from what is written, meaning we're playing in the key of A, but a major 6 below that is going to be C. And so we're still in the key of C major for the story of nothing. For the tenor saxophone, you're going to be playing in the key of D major, but the tenor saxophone is a transposing instrument that takes things a ninth below what is written, meaning you're playing the, I believe it's 4th line D, but it sounds like it's middle C because that's what you're playing. To you, yourself, the tenor saxophone, it's a D, 4th line, yeah, 4th line, but to everyone else it's a C, so you're still good. And so here's the chorus and the intro. You can follow along in the music or you can just watch me. Now that we've gotten the chorus and intro out of the way, now I'm going to do the solo. This is probably, well, this is the hardest part of the song, but it's also the funnest if you can get it right. And so here's that. So there's that. And so here's the pre-chorus. The pre-chorus is by far the easiest part because it's just A, followed by D sharp, then B, D sharp, B, then you got C sharp, D sharp. Here's what that sounds like. And then that repeats itself again until it's time for the chorus again. Okay, for the last segment of this video, I'm going to be discussing the chorus into the key change, where it goes from being in C major to being in D major. That's what it sounds like. But for the alto sax, you're going from A major into B major. If you're on the tenor sax, you're going from D major into E major. Everything sounds like it's going from C to D, but you're just reading different things. So let's do that. It's just the same intro chorus sequence that we've seen a couple times, but then it just has that little moving up a half step sort of business. So let's do that. That was kind of sloppy, but you get the idea. That wraps it up for the video. If you watched, thanks for watching. I know most of the horned Aquabats songs on the sax. I just haven't written them all down. I just finished getting Story of Nothing written down recently, so if enough people see this, I will consider making more videos with more music. Thanks for watching.